Hey guys, welcome back to the greenhouse. It's been a couple weeks since I filmed last, but we're having this torrential rains again. We had this earlier, well, I should say later in the spring, because our spring started off really nice and warm, but then it turned to like a month of rain or 3 weeks of rain or something like that, and then we had a few days that the sun came out, and now it's been raining every day. The sun is out right now, but it has been raining all day, so everything is so wet. And what I do have bloomed, it's just so heavy with the rain that they're just rotting off or falling off, or because the rain just knocks them off or whatever. But I figured that we would take a look at the poinsettia that we trimmed off the blooms and fertilized this earlier this spring. Check in on that. We're in the greenhouse, so I figured that would be something that we could do in the greenhouse. And if it rains, because it looks like we're going to get some thunder showers, that's okay. So, but first off, I wanted to show you some plants that I've sown for fall sales. I do a small flower stand out at the end of my driveway, and last year I sold some mums for the fall, and this year I was planning on doing that. I had put a mum in the basement to overwinter, but I told you in earlier videos that the stuff that I tried to overwinter I ended up having to throw out because they were loaded with aphids. I think that my corms, ranunculus corms, I think brought in the aphids, or maybe the mum did. I don't know, but everything had it, and so I'm a little bit sad that I'm not doing mums this year. But I sowed some, what are they, Coreopsis? Never have grown those before, so I sowed those a few days ago, and I've got little baby Coreopsis. So I'm gonna separate these out. I got probably about 6 or 7 that came up. I did sow some more in another container. I've been using containers like these. These are just Chinese takeout. We had egg drop soup the other night, and these have been great. I've been having trouble getting stuff to germinate because of all the rain, and the greenhouse is just way too hot. So I've been using those and sticking them in the shade. I brought them in tonight because I was looking at them, but they'll go back outside where it's a little bit cooler, over near my bird bath in the shade. But I'll separate those two tonight. So let's take a look at the poinsettia. It is looking really nice. This is all of the growth that we've had since, when did I cut that back? The beginning part of May, I think. But I was noticing some stems that might be growing in towards the plant, and I want to get those taken out. Just cut those off so that there's plenty of ventilation. The canopy, I think, will still fill out, but since I'm going to be cutting those out, I thought maybe that we could propagate them and see if that works. This is just going to be like a whole garden year of experimenting, and I think that it should be a lot of fun. So tell everybody that you know that likes to garden or just likes to see some new fun projects, and tell them about my YouTube, and share it away. And yeah, I think we're gonna have a lot of fun in the greenhouse. So I'm gonna look at the stems here. Like I said, the ones that are pointing inside towards the plant, I'm going to take those out. I'm just gonna roll them off. Again, that white sap. And then I'll just put them in a, I've only got 2, I think, that I was looking at. And they'll both propagate in here. I've been propagating a rose stem, just a small one. I checked that earlier this morning, and that has where I cut it has scabbed or calloused, I think the right term is. And so we should see some root growth. We'll check on this later on this month. I don't want to keep digging it up, but I hadn't checked on it in a few weeks, and the leaves were looking kind of really yellow and dying back, but I did some research and that's normal, so I think this will be good. And then I've been propagating some, I think this is euonymus, from a bouquet, a cut bouquet. I thought that would be fun to see if we could root that and grow a bouquet. I think that it would be fun to see if we could take a bouquet that you can buy, from a florist or a grocery store bouquet or whatever, and see if we can't root those roses or any of the hydrangeas in there or whatever. I think that might be fun. Let me know if you want to see stuff like that. That would be really fun, I think. So, let's see. There's another one. And I think maybe this one. So it looks like we're going to get about 3. And I know that in greenhouse propagation, greenhouse production, this is about the time of year when they would be sticking, this is the time of year that they're doing mums, so that's why I am so devastated that I'm not doing mums this year. But they would be doing poinsettias too, so that might make me feel a little bit better that I'm not growing mums. But yeah, I think we're gonna get 3 pretty decent cuttings. And I didn't really technically cut anything, I just pushed them down a little bit and they just came right off the stem. So if I don't have to use scissors or anything like that, clippers, I think that that's better, because then you're not spreading disease. Okay, let's see. I just keep wiping this on my shirt. I should. So then I'll take off some of the lower leaves here. I think I'll just take off all the bigger ones and leave these 2 smaller ones so that it can photosynthesize. Oh, I need my rooting hormone. In my fancy dibbler here. There we go. And do the same on this cutting. These technically might be a little bit on the smaller side, but like I said, we haven't had a ton of rain, so we've had a ton of rain, so we haven't had a ton of sun, so I think that they're pretty stunted. I was watching a YouTube channel earlier today, and the gentleman, he grows tomatoes, I think, in southern Oklahoma, and they're having the torrential rains as well. And he was saying that his tomatoes are not flowering because of the lack of sunshine. So I'm going to cut this leaf in half, just so that, I don't know that I really needed to do that, but one, this is a little tiny pot and I want to make sure that I have enough room, and two, oops, I don't want to go too high on the stem, because if you go too high on the stem, then I was reading that it can cause like leaf curl and all kinds of funky things to happen. I don't know that this is a hormone that's like they would use in a greenhouse. They use like Hormidin 3 or 2. I was looking at the bottle. This is what I use. I couldn't find. I think it's like 1. I think that the number is the percent of how much hormone is in there, which is the, don't make me pronounce it. But don't quote me on that either, because I really don't know. But I think that that's what that number means. This one's a bigger. I think that I really should probably have cuttings that are double the size or even triple. I think you don't want to go too big, but you don't want to be this tiny either. But like I said, I want to get these in, and then I'm going to put that inside. Oh, I needed to cut that leaf. It's too big. There. So this is what it's going to look like. And then I will put the tent over it. And I'm going to go yell at my dog. Oh, the neighbor has a new puppy, and I think he can see him out, and they haven't met yet, so I think that's the biggest issue. Once they meet, I think that they'll be fine. But we'll come back in a month or 6 weeks and check on those cuttings and see if we get some roots. That would be pretty funny if we got some plants from that. This is really, like I said, this is really looking really good. There's a ton of growth on there since I cut the blooms off back in May. So and what are we at? Just the end of June. So it's been a couple months. Like I said, I think it would be a lot more growth if we haven't had, everyday rain. But yeah, so I look forward to having you back in the greenhouse in a week or so, and hopefully we'll be able to do a garden tour by then. But I've got plenty of other projects going on. If you're interested in some of those experiments, let me know. I'll film them, and that way we can hang out again. I have a lot of fun hanging out with you in the greenhouse. See you next time.